All right, let's get right to this story. Senator Joe Manchin pulling the plug on climate and tax talks just isn't going to go there. Lawrence Jones joins us this morning. Lawrence, that is a major blow to Democrats, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, but we're talking about a political guy that is going to go with the people. I mean, love or hate Manchin, but he's never going to go against what his voters are saying in West Virginia. I can imagine that just because the West Virginia folks that I talked to were putting pressure and saying, God, do you like your approval rating or not? You start willing and dealing with the Democrats on these progressive policies, attacks when inflation is going out of control, and this new Green Deal approach that he tried to label as moderate, you're going to see a hit from us. So I think he did the right thing here. But again, it's a big blow to the Democrats because, frankly, he's the only hope for the Democratic Party right now.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there are those in the Democrat Party who say he should become a Republican, or at the very least an independent. But to your point, he does speak his mind, and he votes his mind, and he votes for his constituents. That's a pretty good thing for a lawmaker. But I'm going to move on, Lawrence, because I want to get your take on this. The president, Biden, seen trying to shake hands with the heir again. It's always painful to watch. Stu calls him a lame duck president. He's still got more than 2 years to go, though. I mean, Lawrence, let's be honest. This is on the world stage. Do you see him running in 2024?
I think that former President Obama will soon convince him not to run again. Look, he's already a liability. There's only one person that can convince him not to do it. It was the same person that tried to convince him and not to do it the second time when he told him that it was Hillary Clinton's time. He was the last hope for the Democratic Party at that time. They knew that he wasn't the best at the time, but he was the only moderate in that field. I think the former president will have a conversation with Joe Biden and say, Joe, enough is enough. Get your library built. Go on the public speaking circuit. Do a little fundraisers for the party. But it's time to step aside. And look, you know, I'm not a doctor. I can't speak on his mental health. But I can say that Joe Biden was once known as the greatest retail politician. You wanted him in the room to wheel and deal. He had a lot of experience. But, you know, he's always had gaffes. But the thing was, Joe was known to be the guy that could close the deal. He was relatable, loved the people. Now that same thing has made him a liability because you cannot put him around people because you never know what he's going to do. And it's not in a good way.
Well, 30 seconds put you on the spot, Lawrence. We know the Democrats' bench is pretty slim. Who could take over the mantle from Joe Biden? Because I'm not sure that, the VP is up to the gig.
I don't think they have a candidate right now. It looks like they're going to use Gavin Newsom to be the guy to go against Ron DeSantis. I still think Hillary Clinton is waiting for her opportunity to hop in the race to say, I told you so. You should have elected me the first time. But again, the Democrats have a heavy hill to climb. When you talk about inflation, when you talk about crime, the border, and all these issues, I don't think they have any candidate that can answer those questions, brother.
I think you're exactly right. Lawrence, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. Always appreciated. Thank you.